Hi, my name is Catherine Wilson, and I will be presenting the research entitled E-Cigarettes and Adverse Effects on Head, Neck, and Oral Cells, a Systematic Review. A little bit of background information. An e-cigarette is a device that uses a heating element to produce an aerosol from a liquid that users inhale. They were developed to simulate smoking, to reduce diseases associated with tobacco use, and as a smoking cessation aid. However, e-cigarettes are not FDA approved nor proven to be a cessation aid. E-cigarettes are marketed as safe, yet they contain chemicals that are carcinogenic and have been linked to lung and cell defects. Research on e-cigarettes and their adverse effects on general health has been well documented, but e-cigarettes and how they affect head, neck, and oral cells remain unknown. Therefore, the aim of this review was to synthesize available data for e-cigarette liquid, flavor, vapor, or nicotine to determine if they adversely affected cells of the head, neck, and oral cavity. To find articles for this systematic review, 5 databases including Medline, Dentistry and Oral Sciences, CINAHL, CAPPLUS, Web of Science, and Gray Literature were searched for relevant articles anytime up to and including December 2020. Our database searches resulted in the discovery of 233 articles after the duplicates were removed. Using Ryan software, 2 blinded independent researchers screened all 233 articles and extracted 41 for further investigation. These articles were extracted based on title and abstract only. After we thoroughly examined the full text of the 41 articles and using our inclusion-exclusion criteria as a guide, 18 articles were found to be relevant for this review. E-cigarette fluid, vapor, flavor, and nicotine were significantly more toxic to head, neck, and oral cells than we anticipated. The 4 main effects were aberrant cell morphology, cytotoxicity that resulted in decreased cell viability, DNA damage, and increased cell inflammatory markers. However, most of the articles in this review found cigarette smoke to be significantly more toxic to the same cells compared to e-cigarettes. However, before we make a permanent decision about adverse effects from e-cigarettes on head, neck, and oral cells, we must examine chronic use to determine if their toxic effects translate into increased risk for periodontal disease or oral disease. Until we conduct more longitude studies on e-cigarettes, it may be prudent to discourage patients from vaping and recommend safer quit smoking aids if they want to stop smoking. Future research must include clinical trials that mimic the oral cavity, include both nicotine and nicotine-free e-cigarettes, factor in long-term exposure, and include a wider variety of e-cigarettes. The various methodologies, variety of cells tested against e-cigarettes, techniques for measuring e-cigarette vapor for toxicity, made a comparison of the 18 articles in this review challenging, and statistical analysis was not possible. The study's short exposure time does not provide enough data to evaluate the immediate and chronic effects from e-cigarette use. The exact ingredients in e-cigarettes are unknown, therefore it was beyond the scope of this review to determine which ingredients cause the adverse effects on cells of the head, neck, and oral cavity. We would like to acknowledge Nina, our librarian from Roseman University, for conducting the multiple database searches to find the articles for this systematic review. That is our research in 10 minutes. We hope that you found something in it that was useful, and I want to thank you for your kind attention. Have a great day.